Good morning from bright, shiny, cold Sugar Hill, Georgia, which is about 35 miles northeast of Atlanta, Georgia. And what I've done here is put together a par 3 course in a tournament that I've got going. And I've played about 55 games so far, and so far the low score has been Chris Perry, Steve Lowry, and one other, Tom Lehman, at 3 under. I'll tell you what, it's rough. It's a rough course. I'm using all most of the par 3s from the 6 courses I have. Augusta National, the DC Metro one, and Maui, Pebble Beach, Pinehurst, and St. Andrews. And I'm telling you, it's rough. It's hard to get a low score, and so I finally get to the place where I'm with Tiger now playing the game, and I will play it. It's going to take about 20 minutes, with the way I've got it set up. So anyway, all right, first hole is this Augusta National number 4 par 3, and it's what hole we got? Pin 6, which is right there, and I'm just going to shoot for the green. I'm not going to, even though he's an A and A as far as working the ball. I tell you, as you know, this game is really rough on when you try to get it right with the working the ball stuff. So I'm just gonna shoot. So you got 240 yards to the pin. You got 10 yards. Take away 10 of that yards on the tee flight. So we'll go with a 3-iron and give it a shot. See what happens. Well, actually, I think I will go left 5 yards, just to see if we can keep him away from the trap anyway. So we'll see how he does. So, all right. So he goes 220, and it's because it's average A, 15 or 1.5 is the 2, and that's his average for woods. So he gets to, the only thing, it's good. So he doesn't have to go right. 230, 210, 20, 30. He's in the trap, but that's okay. So anyway, all right. So he's in the trap, but he has a 2 for sand trap, so he gets to take it away. So it's like he's hitting a fairway shot, and he's got 10 yards length and 10 yards width. So that would be probably a 15 to 20 yards. It is. So we'll see what happens here. And he puts it in, or he knocks it in. 24 is a number, and so he knocks it in. So he starts off this round good. Okay, so -1. So we go to the next hole. And because he has 4 for the momentum, we'll go ahead and use it. Try to go ahead and get another birdie. This one is going to be pin 3. This is right there in the middle. 175 yards, so it's a 165 yard shot. We'll go with this right there. And that'll wind up right there. And no roll. So I'll go ahead and go right 5 and see if maybe he can, it'll work for him this time. So that's the only thing we have to look at is the WTB. Alright, so left 5, 165 yards, so it's 160 plus 10, because he got 10 tee shots to carry 10 yards. Left 5, did he get those 5 back? No, he didn't, because unfortunately 44 and a 2 on a 2-iron, or I'm sorry, 8-iron. Let's see what that is. 8-iron. It's a 3. I'm sorry, 3 is a thing, but he had a 2, and it's a -5, of course. So he's right there. He was on the green in regulation. So that means he's 5 yards length, 5 yards width, which is 5.5, which gives him a putt of 9 feet. Let's see. Did he put it in? He did put it in. 14. And you can see a 14 and 7 and 9 is in. So starting out great. 2 under now. And he's definitely going to use another momentum shot. And this one's 145 yards, which means the par, birdie, pin number 2 is way over there, and that would lead him right there. Right there, boy. Left 5, be right there. What's 150? 150 be right there, be right there. Yeah, I'll go with the 150. Left 5, and we'll try it again to try to get him closer. So again, the only thing we have to look at is the work the ball. So 150 yards, left 5, according to this. It's right there, left 5, it's right there. Let's see if he gets to go 5 more. And he does this time. What do you know? It actually worked for him. So it winds up right there. No roll or anything, no backup. So he's on the green, regulation. 5 yards from the hole. Comes out to 5 yards. 5 feet putt. Should be able to make this one. And he does. 15. 5 is good. So he starts out about as good as you can hope for. Alright, next hole. This is a rough hole. Boy, this is number 16 on Augusta. If you played this, you know this. You got it. And this is a confusing hole because if it says if it lands on the green left of the center, okay, past number 1. So does that mean it has to go right there before you get to roll back to number 3 or what? I don't know. It's confusing. And I play it as if it winds up past here. That means if it hits here and it rolls back to here, down to here, then you get to go back. I don't know. Anyway, we're on pin 3. That's what we're shooting for. And let's see, what do we have here? It's 175 yards. So do that. So 181. Yeah. Let's go with we'll go with the 180. Which, I mean, it doesn't matter because either way, if I use 170, it's going to be right here. 180 be right there. So we'll go with the 180 because I'm going to use the left again and use the momentum again and see what happens. Alright, so it's going to wind up right here, 180, because there's no X, yeah, there is right there. Alright, and does it no WTB, so it winds up right on top of it. And as far as the putting difference, it's going to be 8 feet. So it wound up on the green. And 8 feet. We'll see if he can make another one. And he missed it this time. Had a 25 as far as the putt number. And try it again. And he made it that time. Okay. So that's not bad still. 3 under after 4 holes. You still got 1 momentum left plus 4 bounces if that should happen. So this one is number 4. It's right there. 195 yards, no course notes. So we'll go with a 5-iron here. Alright. So he had 185 yards in the air. Right 5, which is perfect. 5-yard roll. Green in regulation. 5 yards from the hole. Which means he's 9 feet from the hole. Go up again. And he missed it again. 26 this time. And he made it. So that's okay. Alright, now the rough one. I wish I could have got a birdie on that. Man, he needed that there. Well, you got to hit at least 195 yards in the air. That's 195 yards right there. So we're just going to try to put it in the trap back there and see what happens. So Yeah, because his 590. I mean, you look at his score, his 5-iron. He would have to get a 2 or a 1, you know, to get that. So, well, let's see. What about a 4-iron or 3-iron? No. You'd have to get at least, let's see, 3-iron had to be a 6 or less. 2-iron had to be a 8 or less, and I don't want to chance it. So we'll go with a 4-iron. See what happens. All right, 215, which is way back there, left 5, so he is going to go in the trap right there, which is, you know, I mean, it's okay. He still has another sand trap shot left, so he'll take that. And we're going for pin 2, which is right there, which is 15, 25 yards, 25 to 45. And let's see, 5 yards past, which is right there. And let's see how many. 9. Well, wouldn't be a bad thing, terrible thing if he got a bogey here, but we'll see. And he did get a bogey. So he gets to use a bogey shot anyway. That's too bad. I don't know. How would you have played that hole? I don't know, with Tiger's card. Anyway, that's okay. He'll use the bounce. Alright, this is 175 yards, pin 5, which is right here. And you got to delete 5 yards from the tee shot, which means like 185 yards shot in the air, which is actually 180. So we're going uphill a little bit. So we'll go with, let's see. We've got enough room to go by, so in case that happens, we'll use a 6-iron. And we'll go right. Let's go ahead and go right. Boy. 10, yeah, because he's an A. We'll see if it works or not. Alright. Okay, so he's 180, which means it's right there, which means it's 175. Right 5. 5-yard roll. So not bad, not terrible. So he's 10 yards from the hole, 5 yards width, which is a 5-10, and 28 feet from the hole. And we'll go for it. 2 feet, that's not bad. So he'll get a par out of it. So on to the next hole. Alright, this 195 yards, pin number 1 way over there. Oh man, now he's got enough room to, if I do WTB it, to clear it. So no plus or minus. Go with a 5-iron. Go right 10. I mean, it always scares me when I do that because it's not consistent as far as the, you know, you can't really tell if he's going to do good or not. So anyway, oh well. See what happens. Alright, 190, that's a 185, which is, here's 175, 185, right 20, right in the trap. See, that's why. I mean, good grief. Because he had a 1.6 and a 1.5 and 15 is his WTB, and that was a 5-iron again. And so you add 5 to that. So we had 10, and so he had 5 more, sure enough. So he's, alright, so he's, since it's closer to the edge of the green than the edge of the green to the hole, we can shoot, we don't have to account for the 20 yards up to the CL. So he's 5 to 10, and unfortunately he doesn't have any more sand shots, so we'll just go from there, see what happens. And we'll go for it right on nose. Alright, so he had no penalty, 7 feet from the pin. See if he can make it. He did. Okay, so it goes on. Still 2 under. Alright, this is Kapalua, or Maui, as it's called in the APBA Alright, and what we got here, 225, pin number 5 is right there, so don't really want to go by it. No extra yards or anything, but the only thing is about the first putts from the left of the pin, so anything over here I have to take account. So 225, we'll go with a 210, 4-iron, see what happens. Okay, he had his average on it, so he can use the left or right if he wants to. 5 yards. Okay, so 210 that's 200, 210, right 5, and we're not going to use it. So we'll keep going straight, and it's 10 yards, and that leaves us 5 yards from the hole, 5 yards width, so on the green irregulation, and that's a 5-5 up here, so it's 12 feet. See if we can get a bird, and he misses again, 22. It doesn't, let me see that, 22, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, this 12 was his putt, and 22 was the number that came from it. Okay, alright, 2, and he puts it in for a par again. So he winds up the front 9 with a 2 under. You know, I mean, even good grief, and these aren't, that's the easy side here. Now we got the rough side. Kapalua again, and you got take away 15 yards from the, you can add 15 yards to the shot, in other words. So in this case it's 215, minus 15 is 200. We'll go with a 5-iron, and its pin 5 is right here, so we'll just go straight ahead, not chance to work in it. Alright, again he hit his average. Alright, so 190 plus 15 is right there, plus 5 is right there, and he doesn't want to go left, so we'll just, don't worry about the left right. So he winds up on the green again. Again, the 20 feet from the hole minus the second numbers means he has an 8. See if he can make this 8-footer this time. And he did. Okay, this one was a 1. Don't you love that? When you're within easy putting, a lot of times you'll get his number 1. And oh well, birdie's a birdie. So next hole. And he doesn't have any more momentum. Yeah, he does. He has 1. Boy, I don't know. Because I know you got rough holes coming up. Let's see what we got next after this. See, we got that. Pebble Beach. Boy, I'm going to try to save it until then, I think. Alright. We're on hole 11. And it's, alright, number 4 is right there. We want that one. Let's see, 155 yards minus 15 is 140. Boy, if I'm just going to go for it without the momentum shot. Try to save that. See what happens. Alright, did good because it landed 135. So you had to add 15 to the shot. So 135 plus 15 is right there. It's 150. Unfortunately, he didn't get any bounce though. So it's right there. Oh man, that's too bad. So he's 5 yards from the hole, which is a 5-10 on the chip. Let's see if he can chip it in. Nope, 3. Alright, so he's 2 feet, should be able to knock that one in. And he did 21. So on to the next hole. Oh well, it's alright. Alright, we're going to add 10 yards to the fly of the tee shots from number 12 at Pebble. Alright, 200 yards, number 2 pin. Right there. That's not an easy one there, right there. Well, let's see. 200 yards, we'll go with the 190. Yeah, right there, that one there. I think I am going to go right 5, see if I can stay out of the trap maybe. Of course, the way this APBA has it set up, it would probably be 15 yards to the right. Oh well. Alright, let's see. 185 plus 10 more because of the 10 yards of all flight shots. There, so he's right there. And which way? Yep, see what I told you? No, right 30. Good grief. 10, 20, 30. And 5 yards roll. So he's 35 yards in the rough. Try to get it right on the nose. Yep, go for it. Ah, boy, that's not good. 5 and left 5. Shush. Looks like he's going to get another bogey, which in this case isn't bad because he'll be able to use his momentum or his bounce again. And he's 5 to 10 yards fairway because of IR, and 5 feet. That wasn't very good chip from that close. Look at that. Missed a 5-footer for a double bogey. Good grief. Now, see what I was telling you? I told you. Oh well, he gets to use his bounce. 205, which is pin 2, which is way over there. Good grief. Alright, what do we got? Gonna have to use a 190 left 5, which would be put it right here, right there. And he's got a 5-yard bounce right there, so we want to go right 10, try to get the birdie. Well, we'll see what happens here. Alright, let's put it there. 190 left 5, 5 there. Now he only gets 5 right, so it's right there. Winds up 10 yards from the hole, 5 yards wide, which is a 5-10, which gives him a 28. Not a good chance for a birdie, but hey, what the heck? Go for it. 25. Good. 6 feet away. The way he'd been putting today, I don't know. He made it. Alright, well, back on track. Still 2 under, or 1 under now. Man, oh man. Again, par 3, 115 yards, number 3 hole pin back there. No added extra, just can't go right. I mean, goodness. 115, and he doesn't have anything for, you know, that distance. I mean, if he hits it good, it's going to go way back here, and it could go into there. So I'm going to have to use an approach shot, you know, I mean, which is right there, just to try to get on the green, I guess. So we'll do that. Approach 75 to 100, and just hope he gets there. Alright. Alright, so he does wind up here. And he's 7 yards there, so we'll just put him right there. So he's on the green. And he's, let's see, pin 3 is right there. 15 yards plus 5 is 515. 38-foot putt, which he's not going to go for. He'll just play it safe. 3 feet. Go for it there, and he makes it. So, man. Alright, next hole. This is probably the roughest one because it's way up there behind these traps. And pin 5 is right there, though, so that's a good placement, this one. You got to add 5 to the tee shots, which means it's 200-yard shot right there. We're going to WTB 10 to the right. Try to stay away from the traps. Alright, so 200 equals right there. Right 10 is right there, and 5 yards is right on the edge of the green. Alright, well, we don't have to cross the center line, so don't have to worry about that. It's a 5-5 as far as the putt, so he has a chance for a bird. See if he can get one here. He needs it, and he misses. Come on. So, fortunately, it's just you can get a par, so by a tap in. So, these next 3, Alright, this is Pinehurst, number 17. And you get a 10-yard carry on the tee shot, so it's a 185. Use a 6-iron, and pin 4 is the yellow one right there. Hopefully it won't go past. And let's go ahead WTB at left 5, and not that it does, not going to do any good, but we'll see. Alright, let's see, 180, which is a 190, is right there. Left 20, of course. In the trap. Good grief. What's this, the 4th time he's been in the trap? So he's 20. He can use a 15 to 20 gauge, and he'll go for it right at the hole. 8 feet, and he gets cut the putting distance in half, so it's 4-foot putt for par, and he got it. So anyway, yeah, four times he's been in a trap. 9 holes in regulation, which isn't too good, to tell you the truth, out of 16. Alright, number 4, way over there, and this is a fun hole, because if it hits on the green, it goes the carry, I mean the roll plus 10. So if it lands, let's say it lands there in 0, that'd be perfect, actually. 180, so we'll take a 170 shot, and we're gonna do a left 15. See what happens. Alright, so that looks pretty good there. 160, 70, how much left? Left 15. Alright, no roll, so we got plus a 10 yards to the roll, so it rolled right there. That's a great shot. Actually, it worked. WTB was 10, left 5, which we definitely wanted. So we'll give it another try for a birdie. 6 foot. Oh, come on now. You got to make that putt, Tiger. Alright, this is a number right there. 42, which is a 23, and of course, good night. 3. 42. Yeah, right there, 23. Unbelievable. Oh well, tap in for a par. Man, he just can't putt. So he's still 1 under, but last hole coming up. And this one here has all kind of red stuff where you go right or left and stuff over there, and the bunkers. So it's pin number 1, it's way over there. So left 20, 175 yards, which is 170. Let's see how he does. Alright, so 175 is on the nose distance wise. Right 5, but 20 left. 10, 20, and no roll, so he's right on the nose. Greens and regulations. 10 yards, which equals 22, so he hasn't, I mean, of course, the way he's been putting it out, I don't expect him to make it. And he didn't. 53, 16. If you look at 16, yep. Oh well. Anyway, so he winds up, 1 under after starting 3 under. Good night. Like I said, this second half is hard. So anyway, send him the score, and he's down in a bunch of them. So anyway, that's it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you next time.